Hi, my name is Charlie Berger. I'm the Senior Director of Product Management for Oracle Machine Learning, AI, and Cognitive Analytics, and I'm going to go through a brief overview and demonstration of Oracle Machine Learning. Oracle Machine Learning comes packaged with the autonomous database, so it's very easy to access and use. And teams of data scientists and data analysts and IT professionals can use Oracle Machine Learning and the autonomous database to build, evaluate, and deploy predictive models. I'll try and give you a brief demonstration of that now. So I have the autonomous database all set up here. I've already logged in, but I've saved all my screens so you can kind of see what's going on here. I'm logging in. When I log in initially, I have to log into the autonomous account. So I have to take out an account or give an account, have an account given to me. Once I'm in here, I can have different services that are available to me. I'm going to be working with the autonomous data warehouse here where I'm using the machine learning. I have a console that I can go into as an administrator, and I can create an autonomous database that pops up very, very quickly and easily. Once I go into the one that I've already created, I have a service console for that. If I continue into that, I have administrative tasks where I can manage Oracle Machine Learning users. I have that already set up over here where I can then go see those different users, and I can give them privileges. I can grant them the ability to use the account. Once I go past that, then I can come in here as a user, like the Charlie user here, and log in to that and start working on my machine learning functions here. So I have a bunch of notebooks that I've previously updated. I can go look at those notebooks, or, and I have a number of different ones here. I can also come back over here, go back to home, and take a look at a bunch of examples. The examples are very nice because I can go in and start out doing attribute importance or classification or my first notebook and kind of get started doing something. I'm going to go back to the notebook that I already have over here, and I'm going to call up a notebook that I've been working on that's very straightforward, and it's part of a hands-on lab or a workshop that's out there on the internet that you can try out and use on your own. And there's a lot going on here, so I'm going to go through it fairly quickly, but we have the ability to run paragraphs. Each paragraph that you run is either going to be markdown language or SQL or scripts. In the future, we'll add support for other languages such as R and Python, but right now this is an entirely SQL-driven API. And I have a use case here where I'm targeting likely very good credit customers because I'm a retail operation that's trying to sell some heavy-duty durable goods like flat-screen TVs and refrigerators and such. And I'm finding that the people that are buying them can't make the payments. So I have the ability to, as a data scientist working on a team of people and collaborating, to put down a little explanation of what's going on here. I can also insert graphics in here if I want to. I have links to additional information just for sort of coming from Oracle to help you get started. If you're curious more about the Zeppelin technology that this is built on, you can go there. And finally, I come down here and I have my data, and the data is running up on the autonomous database. So it's all just sort of set up there for me. I can see the available tables that I have available for me, and I'm going to use this credit scoring 100K data set down here for my analysis. I'm going to look at the variables that I have. I'm going to look at the data here so I can actually just sort of look at the data. And once I have the data, I can view it in graphs and tables and different things. There's basic graphing functions. And the problem, the business problem that we're going to try and solve is trying to find good credit customers. So there's only about 20% of these, maybe 80% are not so good credit. So that's the business problem. But before I get going, I might want to look at the data in various graphs and histograms and such. So there are different widgets within the Zeppelin technology to help me do that. I might review the data via a different graphic here, and I'm sort of going off and doing basic kind of visualization. Here's a nice scatter plot with a little bit more of a third dimension on here with the education level and loan type and such on here. A little bit later, what I want to do is I want to actually just sort of look at the distributions of some of the data. So I've done a little bit of the binning of the variables over here, which is a little bit of scripting code there to do that. But once we provide these as templates, you can use those and copy and paste them and edit and make them your own. So enough of this simple charting. Let's run some Oracle machine learning algorithms. And if you want more information on this, you can go follow the documentation. But what we're going to do here is create an attribute importance model. So we've just launched this, and there's some example code of what we're doing here. This takes just a second to run, and then once that finishes running up on the cloud, I can take a look at the results over here and see what are the top factors that are associated with good credit customers. And of course, wealth, customer segment, income, and so on are all the best predictors here, if you will. If I go down a little bit more, I can do another one. I've already done that, so I'm not going to bother with that. I can kind of close these things out if I want to. Going a little bit further, I finally say, well, let's get into the machine learning, doing some predictive modeling. So I want to kind of describe the process. We have problem definition, data gathering and preparation using all the data that we have in the autonomous database, maybe joined with other data that we're pulling in from other sources. We finally get down to here and we're ready to go. Now, this looks like a lot that's going on here, but what has to happen is I have to drop my previous models, clear up my settings, sort of it's going. And if I want to just kind of close that all out, I can do that. Now, I've already run this. It takes about 35 seconds or so to run and build this. I think we're building a naive Bayes at this point, but I can do a random forest or a support vector machine or whatever. And now I've looked at I've calculated as part of this whole script up here, I've calculated a few different things. I've calculated, I've done a train and testing of my data up here. I've created some model settings. I've populated the model settings. This is the kind of stuff we do in a graphical user interface with Oracle Data Miner, but on the notebook side, currently this is code, and we'll be adding more GUI support going forward for people who don't want to type code. But for people who do or can, we provide a bunch of templates here so it's very straightforward. So I'll go up here and I'll kind of close down this because I don't need to see the whole script of what I've run here. I've gotten some results. I want to apply the model to see which customers are most likely to have good credit. So I've applied it. I get their probability here. I can sort these guys based on different sort of sorting if I want to. And then now I want to drop any predictions table that I've already had before just for repeatability. I'm going to create a new table here where I've now done my, well, it's already done that, so I have to clear this guy out and then run that again. So that we run that again, updated that. And now as we come down here, we can see here are all the customers that are likely to have very good credit. And I can see, I can maybe take this over to Oracle Analytics Cloud and take it in for further analysis over there. And I can even do little simple things like, not so simple, but I can make predictions for an individual customer. Say, what's this customer who has income as this and silver and so on, what's their prediction probability? So obviously I can take all this, I can just update this table, leave it in the database, and then maybe come back in from a Oracle Analytics Cloud or Oracle Application Express and take a further look at this data and investigate it using other visualization and exploratory tools. I hope this helps and makes sense. Thank you very much for your time and attention.